Hey everybody, this is a real quick video. So Escape from Tarkov mechanic came out a little while ago. Everyone has already done a guide laying out all the items that he sells, which isn't many. I'm assuming when we get a force wipe and more items come into the game, he'll get more and more stuff. Obviously, he has the Glock and like this one random ASVAL pistol grip. But then the more interesting thing is, and a few other attachments as you go advance to the ranks. The more interesting thing is he also has some exchanges for bitcoins as the primary item that he trades for. Most of the other traders obviously trade a bunch of random junk or gold chains or Rolexes, whatever the fuck. This guy trades in bitcoins, so bitcoins now also have a use. Bitcoins and as well as dog tags got a pretty kind of sizable nerf. You see, obviously not all Bitcoin's gonna be the same. This one, therapist is still the best person to trade to. This Bitcoin's worth, we'll just say $100,000. Your Bitcoin's gonna be worth around there. They can still vary, obviously, but whatever. Now, at first glance, you'll see obviously there's a lot of different things. I don't think Fortnite was always in here. They just added this, so now you can trade one Bitcoin for a Fortnite. It's still the nerf Fortnite, although I think they did put it back up to armor class 6. I still wish it was like 5 and then like 50, 60 armor points, but whatever. So you'll see there are some like decent trade ups. Like this looks interesting. You'd like to know this is worth it or not. And then you'll also see some of these more like pre-made crazy guns. Like I think that's the new not the new, but the thermal scope, which is pretty crazy. Look at this M4. It looks like some kind of fucking sci-fi gun. And then there's SMGs, which this SMG costs a whole Bitcoin. Is that worth it? And then also, what about these pistols? Is that worth it? How on earth could that be worth it? So this is, I've already done the math. I'm going to just tell you the answers. If you want to just like check it out for yourself, you can. First off, so we'll just do these two items real quick. Fortnite, 4 armor. 4 armor, obviously, definitely worth it just because you can't put a price on 4 armor really. So whenever you get a Bitcoin, just feel free to save it. And, you can either just sell it, use it for night vision, we'll talk about in a sec, or you can now get 4 armor. There's a lot more 4 armor in the game now. It's kind of crazy. Even though it's nerfed, the reduction in cost means you just see it all the time now. Which is kind of a good thing because people bring out more gear. Anyways, what about night vision? That's an interesting trade. Well, we go look. So remember, we'll say the Bitcoin costs 100,000. We go to Peacekeeper. Let's check out what he sells the night vision for. And we scroll down because I missed it. It's right here. 1553. All the numbers I'm going to give to you are in rubles. I've like converted them out, and the conversion rate is obviously just what I would trade, like $87. Oh, sorry, 87 rubles to the dollar. So that's at 1553. You'll see if your Bitcoin isn't worth 100. Isn't worth that much, actually buying the night vision with the Bitcoin is a pretty decent trade, and plus you'll get like the helmet, which you can sell back if you want to put it on the 4 armor or whatever. I didn't really consider the sell back prices because the most of these things there won't be much, but you can always consider it as a bonus. So these, wrong trader. So these two, absolutely worth it. 4 armor, and your night vision. You could also try to go for this. I don't know. It's whatever, but 4 armor, night vision, totally worth it. Now let's go down here. A lot of these kind of seem overpriced, like 400k for an AKM. You do get the new night vision scope, which kind of adds to all of it. But if you look down here, like 100k for this SMG, which you've never used. I promise you've never used it. You might have used the semi-auto version. It's a very fun SMG. I actually really like it. And so you're not sure if it's worth it or not. And I've done the math. I'm not going to add everything up in front of you because it'd be boring. But this actually, if you were to buy all this, you'd actually have to spend about 130k. We'll open it up right here. And you would also have to sell, like, you'll sell, like, maybe the stock or something. You'll sell the grip in the front piece. And you'll make that, so you make even a little bit more back. But it's really, I'd say, even though to buy it, it'd be cheaper to give them a Bitcoin than go to all the other traders and buy all the stuff. It really, I still wouldn't say it's worth it just because all the SMGs are way overpriced anyways. They cost just as much as ARs, and ARs are pretty much better than them in every sense of the word, which is why you see so many more ARs than SMGs. But anyways, yeah, so if you really want to run this gun, you could just give them a Bitcoin and it would be better. But keep in mind, you're paying for the hollow sight, which is really expensive. You're paying for this flashlight, laser sight, which you can probably, there's cheaper options. So there might be some stuff in here that you don't want to pay for. You could just run this pretty bare. This is a decent SMG, just to run pretty bare bones. You don't need a lot of recoil reduction for it. It's quite fun. So I wouldn't say it's worth it. If you really want to, you can. You can do whatever you want. But I don't think it's worth it. And the FPS is just not great anyways. It's one of the worst SMGs because of the low fire rate. If you were to actually just buy all of this stuff, it would cost more. But I wouldn't just do a trade anyways. It's better just to save it for forward armor and stuff like that. Especially now that it's something that you can trade that you can't just buy. You really shouldn't be doing these. And the last thing I think you'd want to probably know about is, are these pistols worth it? Because while these might not be worth it, they're still technically worth the price. Are the pistols actually worth trading a Bitcoin? I didn't check all of them, but I did check this. I tried to find like the worst ones, and for this one is the one I just added up. And to make this, it would actually, once you buy everything, convert them, it would actually cost you 52,000 rubles, and you'll get like the slide and the barrel, whatever, to sell back. Not a big deal. You can sell the sights too, because you're not, the iron sights, because you're not using them. But it's just extremely not worth it. Like, you're literally losing half your money. I wouldn't want to put this much in a pistol anyways. If I'm ever going to use a pistol, I'll use either a suppressed TT, because it's a super cheap way to get a suppressed weapon, a Makarov, because it's just super cheap, or a shrimp, just because you can go through that like, you know, just armor and stuff, the skivers. It's a lot of money to put into a pistol, but just using a Bitcoin on it is insane. And as you can see for most of these, they're all, like, no one's, I'm assuming the 2,000 is the max amount of items that they can trade. And in this hour that's almost up, not a single person has done the trade. Like, 2 people have done this pistol trade, 3 people for this. These are probably people that don't have the trader maxed out yet, and they just want to try this drum mag. But the drum mag is super cheap anyways. Same with like these. This is a fucking 33 round pistol mag. You're never gonna need more than 33 rounds in this handgun. If you shot 33 rounds, you're either dead or everyone else is dead. So it's just all these. I don't really know. They should have, like, it's just a waste. I don't really know. I feel like they're just placeholders to try to fill the guy up with some stuff so it doesn't look so empty. Which obviously, like, you can't trade a bunch of things around right off the bat without it being next to a wipe, because, like, what if this guy had some important stuff? Then all the people would all of a sudden not have access to, like, a certain kind of armor or whatever. The one thing I will mention though with these pistols is that these crazy fancy suppressors are so expensive, like 749 euros. It's just insane. The ones with the suppressors, and you'll see a lot of the ones. The only other one that isn't used, well, one person got this, and I think they kind of like the fact that you can get a gold barrel, which you can buy at level 4. But the only ones that's being taken besides that I ever see be used besides this Glock with the drum mag are the ones with these suppressors. Simply just because the suppressors, if you're using like a fancy suppressor, just like in real life, they're so ungodly expensive, and really for not much of a reason. This is actually quite a lot cheaper than that. This suppressor is just super expensive for no reason. It's expensive in real life, but so the one saving grace for these pistols is that if you're getting them with a suppressor, the suppressor does really add to the cost, but it's still just not worth it. Like, you shouldn't use, unless you're like unless you want to have fun, that's fine. But if you're trying to be like serious, trying to maximize profit, these pistols are these suppressors are some of the least cost-effective items in the game. So, anyways, just letting you know what I thought about it. If you have Bitcoins, I would save them for armor or night vision. But 2 only things. You probably want to do fort armor just because you can't buy it with regular money. However, you know, it's not bad to do it with night vision either. But yeah, just letting you guys know. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about SMGs and other shit. Just if you have any opinions. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.